Hello and welcome back. I'm Thomas Boucher, and in this video we'll take a look at putting the clapboards on the shop. In some of the previous videos you may have noticed clapboards on the shop in various stages, and that's because we kind of worked on them on and off. We had some of the old ones that we reused, so in between some of the other jobs we kind of put some of those on, and then I also bought some new ones, so in between kind of using up the old ones and then buying the new ones we kind of did some other stuff. So that's why you've seen some clapboards on the shop already in some videos, but this is kind of a whole video of the entire process. And you'll notice it spanned a while because as it starts out it's snow, and as we get further along it's more spring, maybe even early summer. It would have been much easier to just go ahead and buy new ones and start with those to put them all on there. But again, I'm trying to be as cost efficient as possible, so reusing some of the old ones was much more cost efficient. We had to cut them down, kind of figure out what parts were good, what was rotted, what parts were, too full of holes, split, whatever, we had to cut off, and then we had to scrape the old paint. And then later on, as we started painting the shop, I had to scrape some more of the paint off. So it was a lot more tedious and time consuming, kind of annoying, but it was the cheapest way for me to go about doing it. So that's why we did it that way. So the plan for today is to try to put some clapboards up on the shop. I'm going to reuse as much as I can. I've got a bunch of the original stuff that we took off here. That's some of it. There's a big stack on the wall behind me, and then I've got more in my garage. So one thing that we're going to do is make a gauge to make these evenly spaced. So I just made these quick tools. I made two of them, so we each have one. So what you do is you just hook it on the bottom of the last one on the wall, and this will allow you to know exactly where the next one goes, so that you have the even spacing all the way up. So we gotta try to find one that's, it'd be nice to get a long one that's not all falling apart, which a lot of these seem to be. That one isn't much good.
Wow, this one here looks long.
We're missing a little bit down this end, but we can cut it off.
Well, you only got a long one the whole length anyway, none of them are long enough.
Great.
Alright, so we got a... Now, let's take a measurement, put another one up, and then we can kind of slide down it and see if it's all bellied up and see if it looks...
Sure, to measure down and see if it's consistent.
Yeah. No, slide over the top. It looks like it turns down. I think it's close enough. Well, the only other thing we can do is get the chalk line, put it on one end, put it on the other, pull string tight, see what it looks like. Snap on the top.
Yeah, what would be the top, I guess.
Alright, pull tight.
Where's the seam?
I know.
We're gonna call it a day because it's snowing, we're cold, it's getting harder to work. We got that lower portion done on the back wall here. We got up to the window. So above the doors and the windows on the original building, there was some flashing, and I salvaged it off. It's galvanized stuff, so I figured I might as well reuse it, put it back up over the windows and the door that I've got here. What you see there, you won't see most of that once the clapboards go on because it'll cover it, but that just gives a little bit more protection on top of the openings. We did a little bit of the clapboards today. We've got this wall almost done. We're up to the soffit there, just a tiny bit above the window, and over there on the side there's like 1 or 2 more pieces. So we almost got one wall done. Pretty excited about that. We also did a couple more courses over the windows. Not done, but I just wanted to get over the windows because there's a little bit of trim on them and stuff, and it just trying to keep stuff out of there as much as possible. So we just finished up this wall, and there was one little piece on the side wall. We got that done. Super happy to have this done. Shop's really coming together. There's just a little bit on the other peak, and just like one piece on the side I got to finish up for the siding. Of course, then I have to caulk everything and putty it and paint it and everything, prime it, but another step closer. I'm exhausted. It was a really hot day, and I'm excited to go jump in the pool.
So, now we're going to have to
Mark your side, not mark mine.
quite so much, but
close enough.
hey.
We've got one piece of clapboard left. We're about to take measurements on it, and then we'll get that put up here on the side. Gotta be 4 3/8 tall and 27 1/8 long. So we just finished getting all the clapboards on the shop, and that feels like a really big milestone to be finished with, because that was the last major thing for getting this structure completely done. So from where we started, what, a year and a half or so ago, where the structure originally was to the condition it's at now, it feels really good to be done with that. Of course, the building's not done. I still have to putty everything, plug up the holes, get it primed and painted, of course, and everything else is supposed to happen with it. But to be this far with all the wood and everything, the siding, the doors, windows, everything, like the structure itself is basically done. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm hoping to be getting into more projects pretty soon, as the obligations I had earlier this year have pretty much all wrapped up, and the shop is not getting close to being done more or less, but it's sort of winding down some. I should be able to start working at the bench doing some cold work really soon. That's really exciting for me as I can get into those projects. As always, check the links in the description below, so you can head over to Instagram, give me a follow there. That'll show you some behind the scenes stuff of the projects I'm working on and maybe get you a little more of a current view of what I'm doing. Also head over to my website. You can pick up some of my merchandise, such as stickers, my books, some t-shirts, whatever, as that really helps support me and the work that I'm doing here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel, as that really helps me out. And that will also help keep you up to date on future projects I have going on. So thanks again for watching. Bye.
I wonder if I can get one of these. Oh, Jesus.
Watch that hole. I just stepped in it.